Hey guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be learning about poison ivy.
Which is right there, that green stuff.
Right there. If you've never heard of poison ivy, never go close to it because you could itch very badly.
And we're going to tell you some facts why you should never go to it and why it's poisonous. Okay, let's just get straight to it.
Alright, so fact
Number one.
is...
The reason you should, I'm stepping in it right now, don't, so this stuff right here, you always can recognize poison ivy by its 3 leaves and pokey edges. So,
leaves and pokey.
this right here is poison ivy.
And is that poison? That is not poison ivy right there because that's one leaf.
And
Is that poison ivy? There's a thing called ivy that is...
which is normal, like that stuff on the tree.
Yeah, that's ivy.
It only has 2 leaves.
And you do not have to worry about ivy, just poison ivy.
Yeah, and ivy feels like it's like, if you've ever felt like wax from a candle, it feels like wax.
So
So,
you probably don't want to go near ivy because if there's ivy, that may mean that there can be poison ivy.
yeah,
close.
because where there's ivy, there's probably poison ivy.
So you want to, if you see either one, you want to stay away from it. Just stay
in
away
case.
Just in case there's something there.
Fact number 2. Poison ivy is really a living plant that basically has a mouth. So the reason it makes you itch is because when bugs land on it, it makes them itch, and then they eventually die. And whatever is left, the plant will once the thing dies and ants start eating it, it'll suck out the insides with it. And what's weird, so another thing is, if you have poison ivy right now, don't scratch it, because if you do and you pop the thing, it'll just spread even more. And if you don't scratch it at all, eventually it'll heal on its own and disappear. So we're gonna come show you some bigger poison ivy.
All right. So poison ivy is kind of like a Venus flytrap. When a Venus flytrap catches animals, it eats them, and in poison ivy, it catches animals and makes them itch and eventually die. So they're pretty close. The same thing. It's just a Venus flytrap moves quicker and faster.
And there's a difference between, there's something called poison oak and poison ivy. Poison ivy is a living plant, which can affect humans too. And poison oak, which is this stuff right here that sticks out of the ground, that right there, you don't want to mess with that, because what happens is you get really, really itchy, and it'll actually kill you enough. So don't mess with that.
Don't mess with that. If you are in a poison environment,
Like poison ivy environment, don't go near it.
don't go near it. If you are trying to get out of your house and poison oak and ivy are right there, you want to go into the road or driveway, because in the driveway it's concrete and they can't grow up concrete.
And yeah, true.
I mean, and at first you may have a dirt road, like a rocky road. So it could grow out of that, because right underneath is probably grass. So it could do that, but I bet you'll be safe if you have
goggles or something protecting you.
goggles or something to protect you. And shoes are really important when you're near this stuff, because if you didn't have any shoes, if you stepped on one of those, then it would be bad.
And something else about poison ivy. The we can walk through it because we've got shoes on. And so I'm kind of a poison ivy expert. Some of the stuff that I'm saying Max doesn't even know.
Yeah, I don't really know that much about poison ivy. I'm just catching along.
Yeah. So one more thing about it. You can recognize poison ivy and just normal ivy.
So poison ivy and ivy might be near trees.
And poison ivy grows just near a lot of trees because it like spreads.
It's
So you
kind
can-
of like, since they're green and the trees are green, does that make
It kind of like
Change.
blends in with it.
it kind of blends in? So if you see kind of like a leaf poking out, like if you see a 4-leaf clover, you're lucky. But if
you
you
come
see
across-
a 3-leaf thing with
And it's got spiky like little things like that right there. It's poison ivy.
like stuff like there, you see that's poison ivy right there.
And if you're like just pretending like to play like farm or something, if you go near this and you're like, I'm gonna pretend that's like cabbage or something, don't touch that because that is poison oak.
So do not touch. If you are near trees, you probably don't want to. If you're like playing farm, yeah, that's good. Just don't pull out things. I mean, if you're like on a tree and you want to pull like leaves off of it or berries, now that's fine. Because poison ivy doesn't grow like,
It can grow on trees, like it'll grow
Yeah.
up the thing, but it won't grow like so it's like on the stuff like this.
on the leaves. Like it can't grow on it.
Yeah.
So if you want to like grab berries or something, that's fine. All right, well, the video is about 7 minutes long, so we better end it
Yeah.
quick. So thank you for
like-
watching, and I guess we'll see you in the next video. I mean, we will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.